What is going on, fellow fans of Clash of Clans? It is your host, Galadon, and if you've been hiding under a rock, you might not have heard that Tribe Gaming was the first clan to ever qualify for the Clash of Clans World Championship this past weekend. And we've got ITZU on the channel, and we are going to interview him, and he's going to break down play-by-play his incredible attack that saved Tribe Gaming at the time, maybe the most dramatic attack in the history of Clash of Clans. We will check that out. Here is the interview. I hope you guys enjoy it. ITZU, welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Well, I mean, if it were possible for you to elevate your status in the Clash of Clans world, it absolutely has happened. I would just have to say congratulations on becoming Tribe Gaming, but more importantly, congratulations on being the first ever team to qualify for the World Championship Finals.
Thank you so much. It was an exciting weekend.
Oh my gosh, it was dramatic. It was over-the-top excitement. I mean, you guys really made it so incredibly close, and I know that the victory over DK 2nd Brigade, you guys won 2-1. You lost that one war in there against them, and it was so epic. But of all of the battles, of all of the wars that we saw that weekend, I personally was most excited by you guys versus Blaze JP, because that was, a semifinal match. It was a single elimination, so there could be no more possible pressure than the need to perform and not lose a single war, because obviously with DK 2nd Brigade, you guys could lose a war and you were able to come back. Against Blaze JP, it was all or nothing.
Yeah, that was always the scary part. We just hoped for not facing Blaze JP in the semifinals, but in the end, I guess it had to happen. And yeah, we were the lucky winner, I guess.
Wow, so you guys were afraid of Blaze JP from the beginning, is that right?
Yeah, I think if there's a clan, another clan out there, which I think will make it as well in the top 6 and will qualify, it's Blaze JP.
So you think you might see them again later on this year, huh, at the finals?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's exciting. That'd be an amazing rematch. And so what I've done is I've brought up the stream, the original stream, the live stream from Facebook, and we're at the point where Eve Maxi is over your shoulder. You're just about getting ready to go, and the most incredible, I call this the most incredible attack of all time in Clash of Clans at the time, because here we are, you guys have your last attack, it's you. You have 5 attacks. Blaze JP has completed 5 with 11 stars. You guys have completed 4 with 8 stars. You're behind on percentage, but I think that it had already been calculated that if you were able to pull out the 3-star here, you would go ahead of Blaze JP in percentage, correct?
Yeah, that was correct.
Okay, so you guys knew that it was all or nothing right here. You 99% 2-star, you guys go home. A 3-star, you guys advance to the finals for the first qualifier. And okay, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and start the replay, and I thought this would be fun to kind of talk about what's going on here.
He must
And
3-star.
let me turn the volume down. We don't have to want to listen to Galadon and Klaus again. But all right, so here we go. So right in the beginning, I just wanted to point this out. Now, I noticed you dropped giants down here, and this felt like kind of like an old-fashioned clan castle lure. Like we used to see these back a couple of years ago, but you don't see them as often now.
Yeah, I had archers with me as well, just to check whether they are Tesla or whatever, and just try to trigger them. If there would have been Tesla, I had 2 loons to get rid of them, and then could place the giants, because I was afraid of that being a bait. Like when this is this one attack format, you can do pretty much everything with baiting your opponent, like making, for example, bounceable mortars, where you can like drop one bowler and can bounce the mortar. And you can just place a Tesla next to it, just to bait your opponent. And in this case, we had the same feeling that there could be Tesla. In the end, we got really lucky, and there were no Tesla at all.
Wow, so you guys are really deep thinking this. I mean, multiple possibilities for what could be happening right here. And I see what you mean. So obviously the Giants get in there. They're a little bit tankier. You drop 2, it looks like. So that's just to make sure that every troop comes out of the clan castle?
Yeah, we had, like I said, 2 kind of predictions. First one was that there could be a Tesla, and the second one could be like a troll CC, something like 30 archers and one baby dragon or stuff like this.
Okay.
So we were afraid of not getting the entire clan castle out with just one giant, for example.
Okay. Well, it looks like you get the entire clan castle out. Both ice golems come out, and this is pre-ice golem nerf, so that's going to be a long, long freeze. And then the archer's out here to pull everybody all the way out. And then the poison, the archer queen, and this again feels like the old-fashioned days of the pulling out, luring the clan castle. But then this was my absolute favorite part. This was so exciting to watch this happen right here. The wizard, that little tiny wizard, that was such an amazing plan. Is that something you guys use a lot now?
You can't do it that often because normally you get like the sea inside of the enemy base, which means it's really hard to like get a wizard onto the ice golem or whatever, or even time it, that you have the timing on that the freeze just runs out or whatever. So that's tricky, but on a CC where you can lure it on the outside and just have this one wizard, it's kind of simple. Okay. But like on normal attacks, it's not that often and not that easy to use.
Well, it was super exciting for us because we immediately knew what you're doing here is you're saving time, because the first ice golem triggers the freeze, the queen stops, and then the second ice golem, now the wizard is immediately gone to work on the second ice golem, and we talked about this all weekend about time fails, so saving a bunch of time right there. And then now the opposite side at the same time, we can't zoom in that much because this is the original footage, but we see at the bottom you drop the king, looks like maybe another wizard and a balloon. You're kind of funneling the other side of the town hall now?
Yeah, and I brought an ice golem as well because I feel like ice golem is already before the update really strong in certain scenarios. And this was one of the cases where you can freeze in at least 1 point defense and the enemy king together. And this makes your own king stay alive way longer. And yeah, really that funnel power.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And so I didn't even notice that. See the ice golem down there, so it's in there with the king, basically. And yeah, at this point, you've already hit the king's ability. The ice golem hasn't frozen yet. And this was the thing that surprised a lot of us. I know for me, a rule of thumb is like a minute 30, a minute 45 to drop your miners. And you were even interviewed earlier in the week, and you said the same thing. You were like around a minute 45, I think was what you said, as far as when you should be dropping your miners in on an attack like this. Here we are with over 2 minutes left in this attack, and you already put your miners down.
Yeah, the whole idea behind the attack is that you can make this base really, like it's really compact. And if you clear all of the buildings on the right side with your queen, the base is getting even smaller. And then the extra plan was kind of to get the slammer on the Inferno Tower on the right side. So you make the base once again like a really small path for the miners. And that's why we just said, okay, how many healers could we use? 4 would be the maximum. I think I could have done it with 3 healers as well. That's why I have like nearly 30 miners. And that's why I'm starting that early, because the queen is just for funneling purposes. And I did not want to like use another funnel troop to make sure that my queen is going like onto the right side and not, going onto the archer tower, wizard tower, whatever. I just wanted her to stick on the outside, clear all of the outside buildings, and that's why I started the miners so early. So the queen is funneling the miners, and the miners are funneling the queen. That was the idea.
Okay, that's fantastic. You just nailed it right there. Okay, so the queen is funneling the miners, and the miners are funneling the queen. They're making sure that she stays towards the outside of that base. So unlike a lot of queen charges, you don't need her to get in there and get like the defending queen, the eagle artillery, all of the inferno towers. That's why you had more miners.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Well, okay, so let's resume this. So you got the king going down the left-hand side. Here come your miners. And a big, wide path. But again, like you said, this base was pretty narrow. And so at this point, that heal spell looks pretty valuable. Let's freeze it right here. You can see the eagle is raining down. The Giga Tesla is alive. It looks like a few of the miners maybe have peeled out towards the outside with the archer queen. And I couldn't help but notice that Eve Maxi is now standing behind you. About the time you drop the miners, he goes from sitting down to standing up. And I could tell that. So at this point, so far, pretty much everything's going to plan then, correct?
Yeah, so far everything worked kind of as planned.
Okay. So in come the miners. They're on your town hall, and you've got the heal spell. Now the stone slammer, again, this was pretty unusual. Okay, so the town hall goes down. You hit the warden's ability there, and then the stone slammer is moving in way from the top right. And like you said, so the design here is to try to get it to that top right Inferno Tower?
Yes. And the idea was, I was actually really lucky that I got the timing off. The idea was that the slammer is going to the defenses like cannon and wizard tower, but do not get a drop off because we wanted to have the queen on the outside, because otherwise it could have been a time fail if the queen is going inside and hitting some walls like she normally does. So we wanted her to stay on the outside, clear all of the outside buildings, and just the slammer needed to go inside onto the wizard tower, onto the multi-inferno tower, and yeah, then there were even more miners inside.
Wow, so you're telling me that this is so well planned. You're telling me that you want basically the queen to help take these defenses out so that the stone slammer doesn't drop a bomb and doesn't open the walls.
Yeah.
Okay, so as we move forward, that's pretty much exactly what happens. It doesn't get that cannon, and then the Archer Queen goes after the Wizard Tower, and now that it did open the wall, but the Archer Queen still went where you wanted her to, I guess, right? She's going after the Archer Tower on the outside next?
That was like the crucial part, in my opinion, for this attack, and the lucky part as well, because hitting this timing is, I don't know whether it's like knowledge or just more luck, but in the end it worked out. So
well, we'll go with skill. Since you guys ended up winning the whole qualifier, I'm going to have to lean towards skill. But of course, there's a little bit of luck maybe in every attack. But at this point, so now the Stone Slammer goes down. And what was inside the Stone Slammer?
Even more miners, because
more miners.
Yeah, because everything else, like for example, Valkyries need to go through the walls. Hawks are kind of squishy and cannot do anything against the enemy queen. So we decided to go with miners.
Wow, that is super unusual. That's probably one of the only times I've ever seen like a queen charge miner use miners in the siege machine. But it makes sense right here because you've only got the value of this one Inferno Tower. Once the miners or whatever is in there get it down, you make a good point. If it were Valkyries, they end up hitting a wall or something. And so instead, as we resume, the miner's going to get that Inferno Tower down. And now you've got a big confrontation. Right there, there's a heal spell. You've got what? The Eagle Artillery finally goes down, but you've got the defending Archer Queen. The Eagle, it looks like 2 Expos and a multi-target Inferno Tower. But it's right around this time that I noticed that you start to get a little more excited as well.
Yeah, I think at the beginning when I started with the miners, I was not that sure whether that will triple or not, because as you said, I used the Warden ability, but I thought the Warden would jump over the wall, which means he would have stick to the miners. But instead, he ran like around the wall kinda and not jumping over it, which meant I only like hit maybe 5 miners with the Warden ability, and that was like, I don't know, kind of like a moment where, damn, I somehow screwed it up. But because the Warden ability in this moment would have been perfect, but in the end, I think the last heal spell saved the rage in that sense of the attack.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and we'll watch where that last heal spell goes. The miners are pretty compact right here, so you got great value out of that heal spell. Your Archer Queen, she's found some Teslas out there, and there's your last heal. So almost the same spot where the previous heal was.
Yeah, but the point where I think it was perfect in that sense is because all of the miners who hit on the Inferno Tower were in the heal, and all of the miners who were on the other side hitting the Expos were in the heals as well. And even after leaving and destroying those buildings, getting to the gold storage and the next Expo, they are still in the heal spell, which means like all of the possibilities of healing troops, the miners took it.
Yeah, that's amazing, and you can see that really clearly right here in this frame. The miners on the left-hand side just got the Inferno Tower down. On the right, there's 2 Expos, but every single one of your remaining miners is getting healed right now by that last heal. That is amazing value. So let's resume it. You see the Expos get vaporized. Now, a couple of the miners went down to the bottom left, but that's going to work out because at this point, now look at the smile on your face. So you're starting to breathe a bit of a sigh of relief right here. You're 3/4 of the way through the base, and basically no key defenses left.
Yeah, I think after using the rage spell in the core, because I had not to use it on the queen, there was like kind of like a rage spell if I need it on the outside, if I run into a Tesla farm or whatever. But in the end, it worked out so perfectly that I had the rage spell for the miners. And I think at that point, and after that using the heal spell, I knew already, okay, this should be 3 stars. And yeah, seeing especially the Tesla farm at 12, which was like really nice for my queen. So that was the point where we knew that this could be big.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's true. I guess we talk about that, and we talked about that weekend, the idea that when your queen and the healers run into Teslas, it's actually a good thing because usually she can just blow right through them.
Yes, especially if she's getting like them after each other. So there's not that huge damage boost, so you don't even need a rage spell or whatever. That's like the perfect scenario.
Okay, and well, I mean, here we are. You've got a minute left in this attack, and the queen's still healthy. You can see now you're getting really excited. Eve Maxie's like, can I believe it? There's people leaning in, and they're wondering, is this actually happening right now? And now it looks like it's pretty much a conclusion. You guys know that the triple is coming, huh?
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that. We should be happy all at the same time.
Try not to get too ahead of yourself. And then right here, past 90%, you drop the minion. Notice the minion in the bottom left corner. And now Eve Maxie can't control himself. What are you saying right here, ITZU?
Sorry?
What are you saying right there as you're talking to Eve Maxie? Look at that.
I don't know. I think we're just saying like, I don't know, I don't remember anymore. I think we were just, like I said, try to be happy all at the same time, because otherwise it would look kind of strange. But yeah, we were just like saying we don't believe that this is happening right now and stuff like this. So.
Well, it was absolutely fantastic to watch. I was so excited for all of you guys, and especially it was so cool to see how happy Eve Maxie was sitting next to you like that and watching you guys celebrate. The absolute most important, probably at that point, the most important attack in your Clash of Clans playing career, ITZU. I mean, you saved your clan from defeat, from being eliminated from the qualifiers.
Yeah, and I think that was the main reason why we won the qualifier. Not me tripling, but everyone stepping up when he had to. For example, EveCheck, like getting the early 3 stars in the group phase, because we had like a strategy coming into this when it comes down to the attacking order, because that's actually really important. Because the first guy has the second most pressure, and the last guy has the most pressure. But at the same time, if you get triples early, it's really nice, which means we put EveCheck on the second spot, because if you have like a really good plan, which is just coming down to execution and performing the attack properly, EveCheck is like one of the best guys in that. And we knew that we could put him at second spot. He could triple early, which means it's a lot of pressure for the other clan. And then we decided, okay, after that, Zebix and Maxi both can go for percentages most of the time, and since I have the most experience in all of those streams and whatsoever, I had to go last, and I was at the same time the most famous player in that sense, which means was another type of pressure on the opponent when they knew that I had the last attack, even though it sounds kind of arrogant, but that's how it is.
Well, I mean, it is a psychological game as well, that is for certain. And they definitely were thinking about that and considering it, and it makes perfect sense. And you guys played it out, and you're absolutely right. I mean, all 5 of you guys performed amazingly. So many, the 3 stars. I know we also, in that same war, you guys had a 95 and a 93% attack. So very, very close. You guys, those percentages made sure that you guys won as well. So again, credit to all of you guys, and I cannot wait to see you guys towards the end of the year when we go to the championship finals.
Yeah, it will be awesome, and so hyped to have the finals in Germany. It will be really fun, and I hope that there will be a lot of clashes, and would cheer for us, maybe.
I think so. You guys have made a name for yourselves, and you'll have the home field advantage playing in Germany. And again, playing for you guys' share of $1 million. I know you guys already took home $12,500 each from winning this qualifier. So again, congratulations on that, ITZU, and thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I never get tired of watching this attack. I will go back and probably watch this video multiple times, and I don't know what's more fun for me, to watch the actual attack or watch you guys react, watch Tribe Gaming react at the end of the attack.
Yeah, I think we had never a reaction like this before. It was so much relief, and it was just perfect.
It really was. Well, thanks again, ITZU. I know you're a busy man and a famous Clash player, so I hope to see you again soon, though, and thanks for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. So a fantastic win for ITZU and for Tribe Gaming, becoming the first clan, the first group of players to qualify for the $1 million Clash of Clans World Championship Finals later on this year. But there are many more opportunities, not only in-game top 4 CWL Champion 1 clans, but also we've got 2 wildcard teams. And don't forget the ESL Play monthly qualifiers that happen on the ESL website. Check that out as well, and maybe you could qualify. I don't know. I am so happy just to be a part of this, to be involved, to have been able to be there to help cast it along with Klaus and with Renee Butler. Fantastic experience, amazing people from all over the world, not just, of course, Tribe Gaming, but all of the other clans were just such nice guys, and I cannot wait to see who qualifies next month. As always, stay tuned, stay subscribed, get ready for the earliest and most accurate update information and more fantastic 3-star strategies, strange but true, and so much more on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, as always, all the way to the end of the episode. That means you're the true #YellowFam. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to other people, animals, and the planet, and I hope to see all of you back here again tomorrow for more full attacks.
Galadon, any of those 5 can join my clan. I permit it.